like a phoenix, born from the ashes. I take care of my own. Torn down where assassin, you can't suffocate my spirit.
The thing I start to do is apply a little bit of eye primer on the eyes. Then I take a jumbo pencil in milk, which is basically a white eye base, and I apply a little bit of this on the eye just to cancel out any natural darkness that my eye has. Next, using the Morphe 35O palette, I first take the very first light shade in the top corner that's matte and just use that as a all over brow bone highlight. I apply this first to allow the other eyeshadows to blend. Then, taking a fluffy blending brush, I use this mid-tone brown just in the crease as a transition shade. You can adjust these colors to suit depending on your skin color. Taking the reddish brown in the middle of this palette, I take a smaller crease brush and apply this mainly towards the outer end of the eye, bringing it in through the middle of the eye. And then I go back to the initial brush that I was using, that fluffy blending brush, and I soften it out so that it blends naturally into the transition color that we first applied.
Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the...
Using a dark brown and the exact same brush as before, I take this and I place it only towards the outer end of the eye. You want to keep darker colors along the outer edges only, because taking them too far towards the inner corner of the eye will tend to make the eyes look smaller. And then after every color that I've applied, I make sure and I go back in using that blending brush so that we have nice soft diffuse lines. Next, taking these two colors from the palette, one is sort of a yellowy vanilla shade and the other is a skin tone color, I mix them and apply them to the actual lid of the eye. You don't have to mix these two shades, but these were the best options for me using the palette that I had. Next, I take the LA Girl matte lip color and in Backstage and a thin liner brush, and I start from the inner corner of the eye and create a wing. One thing that I have to mention is that when you're doing this, I don't know how well you can tell here in this video, but I did leave a very small gap between where I applied the liner and where the actual roots of my lashes were. I didn't want to take the chance of that lipstick getting into my eye. It didn't cause any irritation whatsoever, and I had this look on for more than 2 hours while filming and taking photos, and nothing happened, no irritation, nothing of this sort. Please exercise caution if you do have sensitive eyes, and of course, as with this and any other products that's not meant specifically for the eye, do so at your own risk. As I said once again, I did not have any issues with this whatsoever, and I have pretty sensitive skin. This is a full face tutorial, so I am going in with my face now once I've done with the first part of the eyes, and I use the Smashbox Primer Water, over which I layered my MAC Prep and Prime, I think it's Natural Radiance Primer. At this time, I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting using the MAC Prep and Prime Highlight Pen in Peach Luster. I would not get too much into detail with this. What you can see me doing here is using this peachy tone over any areas that I have darkness on the face, and this would help to cancel out some of that darkness that I naturally have. And then I blend that out using my fingers just to soften up the peachy color a little bit. If you want to see a full video on color correcting, please let me know in the description bar and I'll try to get that up for you guys. Then I go in with my current favorite foundation of the moment, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And I apply this using my fingers by dotting all over the face. And then I spritz a stipple brush with a little bit of e.l.f.'s Mist and Set and use that brush to stipple the foundation and blend into the skin. This foundation is a little bit on the dry matte side, and my skin tends to be dry, but I absolutely love the finish of it. So I have to add a little bit of moisturizer, back into the foundation just by adding that setting spray beforehand. Then I go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and I apply this underneath my eyes just to get a little bit more coverage and to even out the little bit of orangeness that was left over from my color corrector.
Born from the ashes, born from the ashes, born from the, you can't suffocate my spirit.
I use a damp beauty blender to blend that out to prevent creasing, and then I go in with my Mercier translucent setting powder on another beauty blender, on a dry beauty blender that is, and apply that underneath the eyes immediately after to avoid any creasing whatsoever.
Watch me rain, and I'll say them all. Slay them all, slay them all. You'll never see the rain, and I'll slay them all.
Next, I take a liquid liner and I essentially fill in the little gap where I previously applied my liquid lipstick to the eyes. I create this little line, not so much for a liner that can be seen, but that we have something to hide the lash band of the lashes we're about to apply afterwards. Next, I apply these lashes. These are House of Lashes Pixie Luxe using their glue. And just as a little side note, this glue is absolutely amazing. It is latex free and it adheres almost immediately. For those of you with latex allergies and you cannot wear eyelashes because of this, this is one to check out. Next, using the Real Technique setting brush, I dust away any of the remnant translucent setting powder that I would have used underneath the eyes to bake that concealer. Next, I fill in my brows using the usual brow pen. This is Milani's brow pen in dark brown. And then I go over it using Milani's clear shaping gel. I absolutely love this routine. I love these products so much. They're amazing.
I'm the king on my own throne, my own throne. King on my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall.
Next, I take LA Girl's Glide On Gel Pencil in deep bronze and apply this to my waterline, and then take a little bit more and smudge it on the outer edge of the lower lash line. Using a pencil brush and color in the middle of the palette, that reddish brown that we used in the crease, I take this and I smudge out the liner that we just applied and run that color along the lower lash line from the inner to the outer corner of the eye. Then I apply Colourpop's Game Face eyeshadow, which is a very pretty bronze eyeshadow, on a smaller brush right over this to smoke out the lower lash line. Next, I take Colourpop's eyeshadow in I Heart This and apply it to my inner tear ducts as a highlight. I absolutely love this one and it's my favorite at the moment. Then I go in with a little bit of lower lash mascara before taking my Bare Minerals Warmth and using that just to warm up the edges of the face. I'm not so much going for a contoured look, but I hate the look that sort of flat two-dimensional look that foundation only can give you. So I do use a little bit of a bronzy color just to give me a little bit more depth in the face. And I use Milani's Luminoso blush on the apples of my cheeks and blend it out towards the hairline. And then going in with my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter for that gorgeous glow, which I cannot seem to do without. I take LA Girl's lip liner in Smooth Plum and apply this to my lips, filling in the outer corners towards the inner part of the lip. The last thing we do is take the exact same LA Girl matte lip gloss pigment in Backstage and apply it to the lips. One thing to note about this product though, and I think it's just this particular color because I do have a lot of colors from that line, is that this color was not as opaque as I'd liked it to be in one application. So I did find that I had to go back in at least 3 times with different coats at different points in time, allowing them to dry in between in order to get a proper opaque consistent color on the lips. In retrospect, I think lining the entire lips using that lip liner would have made a difference. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. If you did, please share it with your friends on Facebook, Google+, or whoever you think can benefit from seeing this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it.
I'm the king of my own throne.